Right. Hello for those of you and folks. I appreciate you guys being here. And hello, Belgium. And hello to all you guys on TikTok. I appreciate you guys being here. Sub chat only is on right now. Goodbye, trolls. So we're live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Rumble. Where else? And the introduction being played in my ear for Spreaker. So there we go. So yeah. So we're dealing with some people who needed a personal attention earlier today. They needed to be reminded what the block was on TikTok. So I kindly reminded them. I mean, that is just a nice thing to do, Okay, so now we're live on all of our formats, and here we go. Yeah, here we are. So hey, folks, I'm Bishop James Long, and I appreciate all you guys being here. And so I this is happy Saturday to wherever you are. Happy Saturday. Yeah, that's right. Happy New Year to Jewish cousin. Yeah, so there we go. Now have the two discussions with Bishop. Okay, good. Well, Andy, welcome. I appreciate all you guys being here. I'm Bishop James Long. If you want to go to my website, you can certainly do so. Go to bishopjameslong.com. There it is, bishopjameslong.com. If you want to go to the site, you can. If you don't, that's okay too. So if you're just bored or whatever, just hop on over there. If you want to go to the church's website, because people are always asking, are you Roman Catholic? Are you Roman Catholic? Are you Roman Catholic? Are you Roman? And then I asked them, do you go to Mass? Well, when I can. So in other words, no. You go to Mass on Easter and Christmas, right? Well, I try. Okay, I have Mass every single day. So try again. try again. Seriously, are we really going to have this tit for tat conversation? Seriously. If we're going to have it, then let's have it. But then when I punish you because you are a mental midget, do not get angry with me, because that is not no, we can't do that. So yep. There are plenty of other Catholics. Amen, Catherine. All right. If you want to go to the church's website, usocc.org, usocc.org. There you go. I want to, hey folks, do me a favor, if you would please make sure on TikTok that you guys follow my moderators. They're here all the time. They give a lot of their time to this platform, and I am really appreciative of it, because I understand it takes it's a lot of time, away from the family and friends, and this is a big. We have Bible studies on Sundays and Wednesdays. We have the Friday paranormal show. Then we have today's show at 8. So it's busy. It's busy. And I am so grateful. I really am grateful that they are here and they help out. So they do a tremendous, tremendous job. So please do me a favor. If you can, please make sure you follow the moderators. I don't know how, is there a way? I don't know if there's a way to does it show who's the moderator? Oh, I guess it does, doesn't it? Perhaps maybe with the little icon maybe to the right. So make sure you do. Yeah, they are great mods. They're very tolerant. It's a great group of people, just quality. But they don't put up with nonsense, nor should they. I don't want them to have to sit there. They're not punching bags, and we're all friends. They're my friends, and I'm their friends. So we're not going to allow people to come in and be disrespectful and rude to each other. No, can't do that. All right. Well, thank you very much. By the way, I want to remind you, thank you there, Judy Ann. Judy Ann, for those of you who don't know, she'll be coming on here in just a second, as soon as I take my anxiety medicine, because I have to deal with her and Miss Wilma. Okay. So Judy Ann serves as the executive producer in many of my little outings that I'll be going up to. By the way, I'll be going to Graceland. I'm very excited about October the 21st because I have to go to the Paranormal Expo, Arkansas Paranormal Expo, which I'm really excited about. So if you have not gotten your tickets, make sure you do so, guys. ArkansasParanormalExpo.com. And because it's for a great benefit too. It's for the MacArthur Museum. It's a benefit to keep it up. So, and I love that because I don't care what anybody says. You can think whatever you want to call me. You can call me a dirty, rotten, low life, egg sucking dog if you want. That's fine. But one thing that I am, and I will never back down from, I am a very strong and proud supporter of our military men and women in service. Those who have served in the past, those who have served today, and those who will serve in the future, and those who have given their lives for this country. These individuals need our love, our praise, and our applaud. And I will not, under any circumstances, I will not tolerate any bashing of our military men and women here on this platform. That's a big no-no. Nor will I tolerate any type of bashing for our first responders. These are people that need, these are the real heroes. The people who go toward danger to save our lives. And so I'm just a proud supporter of our men and women who do this and who help. And yeah, there's always bad apples, in the group, but that doesn't mean they're all bad apples. So I'm a supporter of our military men and women, and I am so eternally grateful for their service and what they've given to this country. No question, no doubt, no way. I will never forget their service. Certainly let's keep the situation with in Israel. We can talk about that a little bit later on the open mic night. I don't talk a whole lot of politics, but I think this is important. I think clergy needs to talk a little bit more about this because we got to have that conversation. So, we're going to have that. But again, a little bit later on, we'll have that. And this is open mic. We can talk about demonology, the paranormal, or we can just chill. Because I know that, I was talking to Judy Ann earlier. A lot of people just know a certain portion of me. And that is something that I do. When I go online, I don't talk about my personal private life because number one, I don't think I need to burden you with the issues that I deal with because life is already difficult as enough, and you don't go to a show to listen to burdens. So, and at the same time, I just also think that there's you see, I'm Bishop Long, and that's who I am, and so I always try to. I really struggled. You guys have no idea how much I was speaking to Judy Ann today. I was struggling big time about wearing that Halloween shirt because I can't do it because you got to understand. When I'm on air, I'm still representing the church, and more importantly, I'm still representing God. And so I've always have to remind myself of that. And yeah, there's a personal, private life to me too. But when I'm on air, and I'm going to be talking about demonology, the paranormal, people ask questions about theology. So I just think that in times like that, I should not be wearing a pumpkin, or a pumpkin or a black cat shirt. I just so maybe if we're just chilling and we're not taking, I don't, maybe, but probably not. Probably it won't ever happen. By the way, for those of you who had a birthday, want to have a birthday, wish you had a birthday, or thinking about having a birthday, well, here you go. And by the way, this is Facebook will say, oh, this is copyright. It's not. Facebook, YouTube, this is royalty free. Sing along if you know the words. Okay. Happy 105th birthday to Miss Wilma. Yep. Happy 110th birthday to Miss Judy Ann. Yep. Happy 125th birthday to Miss Wilma's clothes. Yep, that's it. There you go, folks. I think that's pretty nice. That's pretty very, 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 very cool. So happy birthday. All right. Yes, they were. Oh, yes, they babysat Jesus. Absolutely. Okay, well, ladies, hello to you. Hello.
Bishop Long. Hey, everybody. It's your birthday. Happy birthday.
Well, thanks. Appreciate it, Princess. Hi, Judy Ann.
Hello. Judy Ann. Welcome to Open Mic Night.
You forgot to push the unmute button, didn't you? Everybody, give me a round of applause.
No, I didn't. I actually didn't. You didn't hear me?
I must have had you on mute. My bad. Whoopsies.
Oh, you man. Are naughty tonight.
Man, I'm ready to go. Because they were harassing me right before we went on air.
Okay. Well, listen, everybody. When I tell my little story tonight at the close of my, my guesting on his show, I'm going to talk about something, and we're going to come back to this little episode here. Yeah, this is about DNA, so
Ooh.
that's okay.
Ooh.
I'm ready for you.
You know what? Some DNA would be
Yeah.
interesting. I would like, honestly, I want to do that. There's that DNA thing, DNA and me, or you and whatever it's called.
I have an extra kit if you would like it. 'Cause
Yes.
I've already done mine. I'll send it to you.
Okay, fan. Honestly, I really would love to do that. Now,
Yeah,
Miss.
I've got,
Now, of course,
I've got an extra kit. It's right here.
that would be fantastic. And of course, we don't need to have to worry about Miss Wilma's DNA because we already know that she's a blood-sucking vampire. And so we know that she definitely comes from Transylvania. So we don't have to worry about Miss Wilma's. So that's no problem.
You stop that right now.
What? Oh, okay. Look. Okay. No. She's from Kentucky, where they go to family reunions to meet your future husbands and wives. So every single person in Kentucky she's related to. So we're good to go.
Wilma, are you gonna? Do you have her on mute?
She probably.
No, I'm listening. I was on mute because I didn't want that noise to get in y'all's ear while y'all were talking. I was on mute.
She's on mute.
Bless your
So,
heart.
Miss Wilma, she has her volume up really, really loud. I mean, really loud, like a Donny Osmond concert. Well, thank you. And but it's doing fine now. It's doing fine, Miss Wilma. So you can chat with us, and you're okay.
Well, when you two are talking, I like to keep it on mute so it won't interrupt you two.
Well, aren't you just being a sweet tootie pootie, Miss Wilma?
Yeah, I want everybody to make sure they hear Judy Ann really good,
No, see,
Oh, you are. First
sorry,
of all,
what?
you never interrupt. You're just joining the party.
yes. Well, actually, Miss Wilma is just right in the next room. Wilma, come on, Wilma. This is why she put it on mute. This is why she put it on mute. Wilma, you're on the air. You didn't mute your microphone. Sorry.
I'm not in there. I'm in the
Sorry.
living room.
Bro, this is a family-friendly show. This is a family-friendly show, Miss Wilma. You do this every time, and you forget to mute when you need to mute. I'm sorry, everybody. This is a family-friendly show. So, all right. Well, okay. So, Miss Judy Ann, how have you been?
I am good. I am
Yeah.
good.
Okay, good.
I want to say something to everybody.
Good.
If you are struggling with depression and you have thoughts of checking out, please don't. Call somebody. Call me. Call the suicide hotline. I lost a dear friend.
Unalive hotline.
Unalived. Oh yes, those words. I
Yeah.
lost a dear friend on Saturday. She took her life. We've known each other since we were 12 years old. And it just leaves you breathless. She felt that there was nothing left in her life. She was so low. Nothing is ever worth ending yourself. I just want you all to know that. I look at your names. I see your pictures. You matter. Never think that you don't matter. You have such value. So I wanted to say that to you all.
And that, amen to that. Amen. And seriously, this is I look, guys, I don't know about, we've all perhaps maybe in some part of the period of time of our lives, we've been pretty low, at least most of us.
Yes.
And so I understand. I look, I'm clergy, but I still go through it too. So I understand. And but what a blessing. Here's what I'll say. As Bishop Long, she was very blessed to have a very good friend like you. And so you were definitely a blessing to her in the time that she was here. And so that's something that we give thanks to God for.
Well, thank you. Yeah, she was definitely a blessing to me. I miss her very much, but I also know that now she's in loving arms and she will never doubt her value ever again.
Amen. Amen to that. Amen
I'm
to
so
that.
sorry that happened to you, honey. I hate to hear that.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
And that took a lot. That took a lot of
was a tough
courage.
one.
That took a lot of courage. And by the way, if you don't go there, guys. But the Unaliving
don't.
the Crisis Lifeline, you can do this 24 hours a day. 24 hours a day, and it's free.
Mhm.
It's free, guys. Call 988. That's all you have to do. 988. or text 988. Okay. So there you go.
Absolutely.
Because your value.
And if you're afraid, yes, if you are afraid to do that, you reach out to me on Facebook. You give me your number. I will call you.
Yep.
I will talk to you. You just
Amen.
remember that. Every single one of you matters so very much. I mean, we don't get a chance to communicate with each one of you on a personal basis, but I see every one of you.
Yeah.
I see your names. I know your personalities a bit here. You matter.
And this is why, folks, for the, especially on TikTok seems to be the worst. This is why TikTok, trolling really does hurt people. I mean, you got to understand that
Yes.
people are going through some heavy stuff in life, right? I mean, some heavy stuff. You never know what they're going through. And so the words that you say can lift people up or take people down. And you need to remember that. And while it may be a joke to you, it may be just the opposite for someone else. So just remember that. Use your words for love and kindness, for motivation to
Yes.
uplift people. Because while trolling is maybe fun to some people, to the person that you are trolling, it's not funny. Now, for me, I have a very, 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 very thick skin. So whatever. But there's other people, not so much. So just please don't. Just please don't.
If their idea of humor is a situation where they're the only ones laughing, then it's not humor because
Amen.
it's hurting someone else. And
Yep.
Bishop, also, when you tell people, I'd like you to repeat that. It's a line that you use at the close of many of your shows,
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
you might be the reason that somebody is holding on for one more day.
Yeah. And the line that I always use, because I mean this is not just pie in the sky, kind of fluffy stuff. I mean this with all my heart. And I always end the shows. Your value does not decrease based on someone's inability or refusal to see your worth. You are priceless, and never let anyone tell you or convince you otherwise. And I mean that with all my heart,
Yes,
because you are.
indeed.
Well, thank you.
Indeed.
Thank you for sharing that, Miss Judy Ann. We appreciate that. And we're very sorry for your friend. What is your friend's first name? Can you tell everybody?
Pamela.
So Pamela.
Yes,
So
Pamela.
I'm going to make sure that tomorrow when I have mass, I'm going to have mass for Pamela, and we'll pray for Pamela on Monday as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, let me write this
Thank
down.
you. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right. So there we go. Thank you for sharing that. Okay.
Absolutely.
So Miss Wilma, now how have you been? What's been going on with you? What's besides harassing me?
I've been hanging in.
Yeah.
Some days it's hard, but you know what? No matter what we go through, we can always be assured that we know that the good Lord is holding our hands. He's in our hearts all the time. We can't let go of that.
Absolutely. But I understand that you were very, very sick to your stomach today. And I understand because obviously you were listening to Donny Osmond's music. And so, yeah, that's what happens when you listen to Donny Osmond music, guys. This is why so many people are sick. Yeah, you will. Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, 100%. 100. That's why so many people have upset stomach lately, because they keep playing Donny Osmond music in the elevator. Elevator music. Okay, well, ladies, let's tell some jokes. What do you guys have for us? Oh, please don't. Please, anytime. What? Good morning. Hello,
Wilma, did you say for me to go first?
Yes, sweetheart.
Okay. Well, let's see here. What happens when pumpkins? Mine are kind of in, the spirit of fall and Halloween.
Oh, good. Oh,
and
good.
Pumpkin spice and all that stuff.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah. So, what happens when pumpkins drink alcohol?
What happens when pumpkins drink alcohol? I don't know. Tell us, please. I'm dying to know.
They get smashed. Like smashing pumpkins.
No, I'm sorry.
Like the group Smashing Pumpkins.
I appreciate you explaining.
Clever
I
joke.
think that was cute.
Of course.
Thank you.
Peas in a pod.
It was cute.
Oh, great. Okay, Miss Wilma, do you have one to match?
You're going to do it no matter what.
Yeah, the studio
Did you
audience.
hear about the cat that married a glove?
Oh wait, I'm sorry, studio audience. That was very rude. Hold on, hold on. Wait, hold on, studio audience. She hasn't. Okay, I'm sorry. What was it again?
Did you hear about the cat married the glove?
The cat married the glove. Oh, please tell us about it.
They had mittens.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. See, you wait. Well, that is now
Cute. I like that one. That is cute.
really.
Thank you, honey.
I've just lost 2 brain
Yes.
cells because of that joke. Okay, what else do we have here?
Oh,
30
have some
seconds.
man snacks and man up.
Oh, I
No.
did. I had
Okay.
some man snacks, and let me tell you something. I'm manly
Did you?
man. I am feeling manly man right now.
You're
Yep.
feeling manly.
I'm feeling manly
Okay.
man with my 5-hour energy drink because I had some man snacks. But you know what we have?
That is so funny.
We need to be produced by manly man snacks, manly man snacks, and 5-hour energy drink.
Oh.
Okay, what else you
Well,
got there for Miss Judy Ann?
How about this?
Uh-huh.
How about this, Mr. Manly Man?
Okay.
What do you call 2 witches sharing an apartment?
Miss Wilma. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Sorry. The next
That's only one of them. I'm the other one. It's supposed to be
There we
Wilma
go.
Jean and Judy Ann.
There we go.
That's okay. That's okay.
Okay.
So do you know what you call 2 witches who are sharing an apartment?
I don't know. Miss Wilma, do you know?
No, I do not.
They're called broommates.
Oh, mate. Mate.
You know what?
No,
You know what?
no
I'm
drum
convinced.
roll for me.
I'm convinced that you. Okay. Miss Wilma, do you have another one to match that? Joke.
Why was the moon hurting in his stomach?
Why was the moon hurting in its stomach? I don't know.
Because it was hungry. It only was full once a month.
Oh, come on. And
She deserves a drum roll. On
okay, you know what? I'm getting angry. No,
Goodness.
see, now
Okay.
you just made me throw a plate. Throw a plate. The studio audience, do you think that was a joke? What do you think? No?
Oh my God.
Sorry. They're getting upset.
But he's.
Oh,
Really
gee,
on a
honey,
roll
I think
tonight.
we're going to get one.
Hey, Miss
I
Wilma.
don't think so. I got one.
Miss
once,
Wilma,
just once.
Wilma.
All right.
Wilma.
What?
Will you
That's not a doorbell.
please tell me, sir, stop it. Stop. Wilma, please tell your Walmart boyfriends out there. They're in the scooters. They have this line out there.
Walmart boyfriend,
They keep ringing the
all.
doorbells. Okay, you know what? I'm going to unplug their
You're
battery
the
or
one
something.
pushing the button
You're
on the
pushing my
doorbell.
buttons. I'm sorry, everybody. She's right over here with her Walmart boyfriends in their little. Sir, you got to go. Back it up. Back it up. She's got Walmart boyfriends, guys. That's a true story. Okay, Judy Ann, what do you got? What do you got for us there? True
Well,
story.
how about some more Halloween themed?
Woohoo!
Why are vampires so easily fooled?
Well, Wilma should know. Well, why are vampires so easily fooled? Wilma, good morning.
I don't know.
Well, good. Done.
Because they're suckers. Okay,
No.
now come on.
No.
All right, okay, let's try this one.
Okay, please.
Why did the vampire read the newspaper?
Oh, studio audience. The
Wait a minute,
the studio audience are being rough.
I'm getting booze.
They are being rough tonight. They are being rough tonight. The studio audience. Hold on, let her finish the
Oh,
joke.
they're really, yeah. What did you?
I'm sorry. What was the question again?
Goodness gracious! Why did the vampire read the newspaper?
Why did the vampire read the newspaper? Probably to find out where all the Walmart boyfriends are going, so they wouldn't block the road out there. I don't know. I have no idea.
That's not it. He heard it had great circulation.
Yeah.
That's good.
Mm-mm. No, these jokes are cray cray.
Okay.
They are.
Why don't people like working with a vampire bat?
Why don't people like working with a vampire bat? I don't know, Judy Ann, do you know?
I don't know.
They're a pain in the neck.
I mean, we might as well. I mean, we might as well just go. I
Good
mean,
one,
just
Wilma.
go there. I mean, good grief.
Okay.
No, these
How
are
do vampires?
Hmm?
You just don't like our jokes. Well, I'm just going to give you some more of the same.
no, please.
How do vampires get around on Halloween?
Yeah, I have no idea. How do they get around on Halloween?
On blood vessels.
Oh gosh, man, these are really, really rough today, guys. These are really rough. You know, you guys are so crazy. You thought Twitter was social media for birds. I thought you were.
No.
You guys are so crazy. It takes you an hour to cook a minute rice. Oh, I'm so.
No, I don't think so.
You both are so crazy. No. You both are so crazy. When they said order in the court, you asked for fries and a steak. Come on. You guys are no. I'm not finished. No. You guys are so crazy. You both study for a urine test. Okay. Sorry.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry.
Thank you. I'm here all week.
Battering us. He's like that Storm Helene or whatever. Battering us. Okay.
Yes.
What's it called when a vampire has trouble with his house?
I don't know.
It's a grave problem.
Oh. Oh no, the donkey.
There's a donkey. The donkey is
Oh boy. Well,
just like the show.
I like donkeys, so I take that as a compliment. I like donkeys.
Oh, I do. I love donkeys too, honey.
They're so
They're so
cute.
cute.
The dreams
They
are-
Oh, they're so sweet.
yeah, the jokes are like
Oh, I
jackasses.
know they are so cute.
Okay. You
Why was the pencil bad making friends?
why was the who?
Why was the pencil bad of making friends?
Hold on, everybody. Hold on. I'm sorry. I've got to. This is a long night, long day. Cheers. Okay, please tell us because we've done. What?
He kept drawing them away.
Yeah. See, that's a no.
Oh, my
It's so funny that both of you guys are laughing at each
Okay.
other's jokes. It's pretty sad.
What's a You better like this one, Bishop. What's a vampire's favorite pickup line?
No, I have no idea.
You're just my blood type.
Oh goodness. I mean, you're
God.
okay. You're asking a celibate man what's somebody's pickup line. Seriously, I mean, come on. What do I know? I mean, come on. What am I?
I can't believe you didn't like that. Okay, then why don't vampires like investment
Okay.
bankers?
Anybody? No, I'm sorry. Folks, hold on. Let her finish.
That was
Wow.
Man, that was a little rude. So I'm sorry. What was it?
Why don't vampires like investment bankers?
I have no idea.
Because they hate stakeholders.
Yeah. Okay. We're done. That's it. No. I'm telling you guys, seriously, these ladies are so crazy. And when I told them that they both lost their mind, they went looking for it. It's pretty rough. Okay.
You were just
Is that what you was looking for the other day? I was wondering why you looked.
Okay. You know, no, you can't. No. See, no. You can't. That's what you just did. That's trash. No, this is a family. No, this is a family-friendly show. You can't steal my jokes. This is a family-friendly show. Can't steal my jokes. That doesn't work. Miss Wilma, you're so crazy. You went to the eye doctor, get an iPhone. Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Do you guys have any stories or something? Because these jokes are really bad. So something like
well. I thought we did stories at the end of the of our.
yes, and take it
trying to
and
tell us not to do any stories.
and take a hint.
Yes.
Take the hint. Okay. I mean, you know,
He doesn't like our jokes.
I'm
He does not.
because I'm waiting for you to tell one. Okay, boy, I'm man.
You are just naughty.
What's,
So do we want to do the stories now? Is that what you're saying?
or do you want to do the would you rather, or what would you do?
Oh, we should do the would you rather.
Okay,
I
let's
think
do that.
everybody likes those.
All right, and then we can tell some stories in a minute. We're not, folks. So So we're gonna just goof off for a little longer, and then we'll talk about demons in a minute. Okay, this is a good one.
Oh, demons.
This is a good one. Oh, by the way, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play some. Let's play some music that is royalty free,
Yes.
royalty free,
Yes.
royalty free. Facebook and YouTube. You know, they see TikTok is more flexible, but I tell you what, the Facebook and YouTube they will get you good if, which is fine because I understand. So let's see, royalty free. What kind of music you guys want to listen to? Relaxing music. I appreciate that. Thanks for the input. All right. Yeah.
Sure.
Or
No, I ghosted you. It's for ghost music. So I
no.
didn't answer. It's a joke. It's
Yeah.
another joke.
Oh, was
If
it?
you're not good, I'm going to start typing in your ear again.
Oh, well, that wouldn't be the first time. I'm telling you what. I mean, jeez. Hold on. Let me just find over 20 minutes, and let's see if we can find some decent, just chill, lofty music, whatever that means. Copyright music. Okay, we'll just play this one. This is royalty free. All right, so let's ask you a question. Here is the what would you do, or would you rather? Would you rather, and you have to choose one, look into your future or change your past? Let's do Miss Judy Ann. Let's do you first.
No, if I could really, I might want to change my past, just some parts of it.
So you have to either look into the future or you have to change your past. You have to do one or the other.
No, I would change my past, definitely.
Okay, you have to change the past. All right, Miss Wilma, what would you do?
Same, change the past.
Really? So you guys would change it because you understand if you change your past, that can affect your future.
It certainly can,
Mhm.
but I'm thinking of all the things that I did wrong. How I would love to go back and make those things right.
That's exactly right.
Okay. Well, so I'm curious about what do you guys? So there's several people. That's interesting, isn't it? The question was, would you rather look into your future or change your past? Keep in mind, if you change your past, that could change your complete future. So just you have
True.
You have to remember that.
But I'm talking about little things where I could have done more to help somebody. You know those regrets you have,
Mm-hmm.
the things you wish you hadn't done, or maybe you could have stepped up and done something. I'm talking about those things.
Okay.
I would never change where I came from or anything like that.
Okay.
Just the little things. That's exactly right.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
those are the big things.
this is you have to choose one or the other. Would you rather have the power to be invisible or the power to read minds?
Invisible.
Invisible.
You wouldn't want to be able to read minds?
No.
Because I
No.
might get upset thinking, what are they really thinking about?
Well, you wouldn't have to
But
think
I-
about it because if you can read their minds, you know. So you wouldn't have to wonder what they're thinking about because you would know what they're thinking about.
I don't never really wonder. I mean, I could think of 1,000 things and still probably could figure what they're thinking.
No. That's not how it goes. Would you rather have the power to be completely invisible whenever you wanted to, or have the power to read people's minds whenever you wanted to? So
Be
you
invisible.
I would be invisible. That would help me out quite a bit.
Oh,
As
you
a
guys.
photographer in the wild around the grizzly bears, if I could make myself invisible,
That'd be
that would
cool.
help a great
We can walk.
deal. Mhm.
I know exactly why Miss Wilma want to be invisible. Hey, Donnie Osmond, where you live? Hey, Donnie Osmond. So we both know that. We all know that.
I don't know where he lives.
And that's my point. So that's why Miss Wilma wants to be invisible. This is a family-friendly show. Okay. So all right. So let's do this. Now this is a tough one. Would you rather live in a world without disease or a world without poverty? Thank you. Thank you, Canadian. So which one? A world without disease or a world without
When
poverty?
when I think of childhood cancer, I would have to go with without disease. We have the power, the knowledge, the technology to make this world poverty free. We don't do it.
No, 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 no,
But
no,
I
no,
would
no, no.
go
You
with
can't do any caveat. You can't do any caveat. You can't say, well, if we have the
no,
money
no,
to do
no,
it, then no, it's either no disease or no poverty. You can't
no disease. No disease. I'm saying no disease because we can't cure glioblastoma right now. We can't cure
okay.
these children that are born with these terrible defects. So I want to go without disease.
Me too. I don't want deep diseases. I gotta know.
If you're in the chat room,
Yeah.
put it in. Put your thoughts in there. So there's a lot of people. See, poverty without disease, poverty or poverty disease. That's a tough one, isn't it? Poverty, disease.
If you can get yourself out of poverty. Everybody has a chance to do that. That's why I say disease. If you have a childhood cancer and it's incurable,
No.
doesn't matter
Steve,
if
no, you
you're
can't. No. You guys are making your own rules. You can't
yes,
do
I
this.
can.
No.
I'm not choosing. You are just out of line. I'm gonna start typing.
You cannot change. You cannot change the rules to the game. So if you say a world without disease, that means there's automatically going to be poverty. So you can't say, well, people can go out of poverty.
No, I'm saying I'm just saying that we can tackle poverty much more easily than we can certain diseases. I was giving you my reasons for choosing.
They're always
disease.
trying to work around it. Have you noticed that? They're always trying to work around these. Well, I'll choose this, but we can.
I'm not.
See, we caught on, didn't
For
we?
instance, we can't cure dementia and brain deterioration.
Right.
If we could do that, how many families would? Oh,
that's true.
Yeah.
That is true. That is 100% true. Okay, here's an interesting one. We got 19 seconds. We're going to see what the chat says. That's a tough one. Live in a world without disease or world without poverty. I mean, and we all want no disease and we all want no poverty. So I know there's an echo on Miss Wilma's phone. I know. But we'll work through it, guys. We work through it. Okay. Which would you choose? 67% says disease. 33% said poverty. Wow. Thank you for putting that down.
And Captain Ribeye says he's going to put you and I, Bishop, in a corner until we stop.
It's all good.
Hissing at each other.
It's all good. We're just harassing. Okay. Would you rather? And you have to do one or the other. So you can't twist and what? No philosophizing. Here we go.
You are not listening. You got your finger on that boo button.
No. Would you rather know how the world ends or when the world ends? So someone comes to you and says, I'm going to give you a power, and you can't choose. You can't say no. You're either one, you're going to know how the world ends, or two, you're going to know when the world ends.
When? Because we already know how it's going to end.
We already know how. I'm afraid, though, if I knew when, I would plan my life around that. I don't want to do that. I already know how
it's going to end.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so both of you say when.
No, what I'm saying, probably when.
That's a tough one, isn't it? Because
it is, because it's like knowing the day. I don't want to know end dates. Because then you start living your life according to, that's going to happen anyway, so I'll just quit my job. I think we need to live each day to the fullest.
Okay. All right, fair enough. So here's one. This is. I have a feeling I know what both of you are going to say, but it's one or the other. Forget everything you know. That means forgetting how to walk, how to talk, how to feed yourself, how to bathe, how to brush your hair. I mean, you forget everything you know, or forget everyone you know.
Well, everything I know depends on a lot of people that I do know, so I'm not sure how that would work. I don't want to forget everyone I know.
I would want to forget how to brush my hair, brush my teeth, because I love my loved ones, and I want to forget how to brush my hair, brush my teeth, and that.
I can figure that out. I can relearn that. So yeah, I wouldn't want to forget who I know.
So both of you say
That's tough.
that is forgetting everything you know. That means not even know how to turn on the computer, how to do anything. I mean, how to even use
I'd rather do that than forget. Yeah.
How to use the restroom, how to cook, how to turn on the lights.
Well, the way
how
I
to
look
eat
at
man snacks.
How to eat manslaughter. Yeah. Right.
So ones that if I forget about things, I'd have people, my loved ones, to help me to do what I need to do, to tell me what I need to do, but I don't want to forget them.
Me neither. Never would I want to forget the people that in my life.
All right. Would you rather always, for those of you who drive, would you rather always hit a red light, every single light you come across when you're on that road? Would you rather always hit a red light for the rest of your life, or always get impossibly slow internet after the sun goes down for the rest of your life?
Oh, red light. I'll take red light.
Me too.
Yeah, I had to say red light too. Oh, there's people saying internet. Really? Slow
my internet's slow anyway, so I'm used to that.
Wow. Wait, Jack's Paranormal said slow internet. So this is a tough one. There's a lot of people who are, it's a back and forth on this one.
I don't commute. I work from home. My office is at home, so I do relatively little driving. In fact, I haven't driven my car into town for probably 4 or 5 months. Isn't that something? And I don't have any gas bills, fuel bills. So red lights mean nothing to me, especially in my little town. We mostly have stop signs. But the slow internet, I rely on internet.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I would rather deal with red lights. Okay. Would you rather be homeless for the rest of your life, not having the ability to get out of homelessness, but never have to work because, you live in a homeless shelter, you have food. So would you rather be homeless for the rest of your life, but never have to work, or work at a job that you cannot quit, that you absolutely hate, and you have an apartment, you have a home for the rest of your life?
I'd rather be homeless.
Really have a job that I hated.
Oh, so we got two different answers here. So let me.
I would rather be homeless. Because you are a prisoner in a job that you hate. You're paying for this house. You have a nice apartment or a house. But look at what you have to do. The sacrifice is your happiness, your mental state to pay for that home. I'd rather be homeless because you're free.
That's a tough one, isn't it? I mean, so the people ask, let me ask it again. So people are asking me. So the question is, for the rest of your life, you don't have the ability to change. Would you rather be homeless but never have to work? So your food and your shelter, you can live in a homeless shelter, all that will be, you're there. So would you rather be homeless, never having the ability to ever get a job? So would you rather be homeless for the rest of your life but never have to work, or work at a job that pays for all your expenses that you absolutely hate and you cannot change for the rest of your life? That's tough, man. That's a tough one.
I've been in a place where I just hated my job, and it takes a toll on you. I'll take homeless. I'll take homeless.
Okay, Miss Wilma, what do you say?
I said the other. I'd rather have a job that I hate
for the rest of your life. That means you can't get out of this job.
Right. I'd come home and take some chill pills or whatever, but at least I would have a home and the TV and stuff.
Okay, listen, this is an interesting one. This is that's a tough one. That is a hard one. So would you rather, so two more. Would you rather be, and you can't change it, you can't go to the spa or any of that stuff. Would you rather be the absolute ugliest person? Oh, by the way, work at a job 85%, almost 86%, homeless 14%. Thank you very much. So would you rather be the ugliest person in the entire world or the smelliest person in the entire world? And you can't go take a shower. You can't do all the, no. We're not doing all that stuff. So it's either one or the other. You have to either one, be the ugliest person in the entire world or the smelliest person in the entire world.
Be the ugliest because I got to have the bat.
So, well, yeah, you can still take a, I guess you can still take a bath, but you're still going to smell. Automatically, you'll automatically smell.
Oh, I don't want to smell. That's just disgusting. You could have Giselle Bundchen's figure and everything, and if you smell like a skunk, no, it's not going to work. So I'll take ugly. I'll take ugly for $100, Alex.
All right, so Miss Wilma, you say ugly?
Yes.
And Judy Ann, you say ugly?
Yes.
No. See, that's what I'm talking about, Anne Marie. We can't do that. No. We can't say, well, the ugliest person can get surgery, plastic surgery. Nope, that's not even an option. So it's one or the other.
Okay.
This is why I'm saying you can't say, well, but I can do this. Nope. You can't go out and buy deodorant. You can't go out and, nope, can't go to a spa. You have to be either the ugliest person in the world or the smelliest. And you can't change it. So both of you say ugly. No makeup. No makeup. Wow. That's okay. And let's do one more. Would you rather? No, thank you very much, Kenny. That's very nice of you. Thank you. So people are offering gifts to the ministry. Thank you guys for that. It's very kind of you. That's beautiful. Thank you guys. This is a tough one. This is a hard one. And you have to choose one or the other. Would you rather constantly worry about germs everywhere in your life, or be terrified of a monster under your bed for the rest of your life? One or the other. And you can't change it. You can't change it. You can't go get Lysol. Nope.
Well, as scared as I am, definitely germs, because I can't handle a monster in my bed.
So wait. So would you rather worry about germs for the rest of your life, or be terrified of a monster under your bed for the rest of your life?
The germs.
So that means, okay, so you're going to be worrying for the rest of your life about germs. Everything you touch, everything you look at, it's constantly germ. You put on clothes, it could be germs. You drink water. Oh my gosh, it could be germs.
I have to wear those hospital gloves all the time.
Wow. Okay.
Definitely wear a mask, and I definitely would have the hospital gloves all the time. But I can't handle a monster.
Germs help our immune system. I'm not afraid of germs at all. I deal with the germs, I guess, and I don't want a monster under my bed.
It has to be one or the other. It's either would you constantly worry about germs or constantly be terrified of a monster hiding under your bed?
I'll worry about the germs, I guess.
That's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. These are hard choices.
Yeah. And so the next week, by the way, I have some other ones that's going to be really, really difficult. So, well,
good. I look forward.
Yeah, look forward to it. Okay, so let's tell some stories. What do you guys got? What do you have for us? Anybody?
Wilma, are you going first? You usually go first, don't you?
Oh, okay, hon. I keep muting myself because I don't want that noise going you all when you're talking. A man lives in a double-time wrapped house. He said he put his house up since 1850, made it a western town. He's 68 years old. He said his parents died in the 50s. In the 90s, I'm sorry. He got tired of the way the world was living, the way everybody was doing. So he got fed up, and he made his home in his backyard of western town. where they used everything old, and he went out and bought Western stuff.
Oh, that's very interesting.
That's,
Okay.
that's pretty neat.
Yeah, it kind of brings you back in the old days of Little House on the Prairie, doesn't it? When you were a kid.
Oh, I love Little House on the Prairie. His name was Billy Gibson, by the way.
Billy Gibson.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Judy Ann, do you have any stories that you want to share with us?
I do have a story. So our bodies have 3 billion genetic building blocks, or they're called base pairs. If anybody remembers biology, I loved biology. We had those nucleotides. We have 4 of them: adenine, thymine, cytosine, and the G one, guanine. Okay, those 4 form the rungs of our double helix. So out of that 3 billion base pairs, we are 99.9% similar to each other. You're almost identical to the person sitting next to you. That 0.1% is what makes your eye color, hair color, that type of thing. Now, we all know about the close DNA kinship that humans have with chimpanzees.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on which report you read, it's anywhere from 96 to 99% genetic similarity. And before I go any further, I want to establish that I do not subscribe to evolution, nor do I believe that because we are closely related to a species like an ape, that substantiates evolution. I don't buy that. I am totally about God. So the question is, why are we similar to apes? And people have asked me that. Well, I believe that God uses the same building blocks for creatures, including man, so why would they be that different? And I explain it like I explain creation like a bakery. A donut is not a bagel, and a cookie is not a brownie. They're all different, as are croissants and muffins and dinner rolls, etc. But they all contain pretty much the same ingredients. So, in fact, very little separates them. So that's kind of the background here. So, back to my story. This targets my cat-loving friends. I know we have some cat lovers here. In 2007, researchers found that 90% of the genes of the Abyssinian cat are the same as humans. So we are very closely related to Abyssinian cats. And we're more closely related to cats than we are dogs. Dogs come in at about 84%, depending on which report you read. Cattle are about 80%. Rats and mice are 67 to 69%. Now, earlier, when I said I was going to say something about Bishop Long, I wanted you to know that we are also between 80 and 90% the same as a grizzly bear. I love that. And on a humorous note, and this really pertains to Bishop Long, we share about 60% of our DNA with bananas. That's why I call Bishop Long a banana head at times. So there you go. Now, in closing out this biology lesson, I am very happy to reveal that roundworms and fruit flies are not similar to us at all. I don't know why that makes me so happy, but it does. I am proud to say that I have nothing in common with worms and flies, and you should all be thankful too. So thank you, Lord. Thank you.
Except for Miss Woman.
There you go.
Except for Miss Woman. We all know that Miss Woman was definitely right. We definitely know that. I mean, that's a given. All right, Miss Wilma has DNA of Alter herself. Okay, Miss Wilma, any other stories you want to share with us?
Judy, I love that because since we're part of the grizzly bears, and I love the part about the bananas. So Bishop Long, when do you turn into monkeys sometimes so you can have some of those bananas?
Okay, so either I'm a monkey.
I would love to see that.
No, wait, either I'm a monkey or a banana.
The monkeys at nighttime.
Okay, I'm either a monkey or a banana. Which one is it now? Oh, come on, put the moonshine down and let's choose one. Okay, just choose one.
In Pennsylvania, there's a game warden came to rescue. If you ever play in those little machines that they have, slot machines, claw machines, what I'm trying to say, they found a live groundhog. Magically, a groundhog got into the little hole when he was went to the store, and he climbed into the claw machine.
Well,
this is in Mexico.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
His head popped up like, here I am.
That's funny.
Well, it is funny because I definitely feel like it's Groundhog Day every single day. Every single Saturday, we listen to the same old boring jokes. I mean, it's like, oh, okay, Groundhog every day.
Oh,
Okay, Judy Ann, do you have any other stories that you want to share with us?
I do not. My story was long enough, and I hope people enjoyed that. I love science, and that's all I have.
Miss Wilma, do you have a movie you want to talk about?
yes. My movie is called Medea, with Mara Wilson and Danny Nafito.
I've never heard of it. I've never heard of it, Miss Wilma. Please tell us. I've never heard of Medea.
Oh, it's good. Oh, it is really interesting, Medea. A little girl loves reading books, but her parents hates it when she always looks at books. They want her to watch TV when they do. Her brother is also mean to her. So she starts going to libraries to get books. She gets a little older, she wants to start going to school. And so they let her. Now, she has very mean principals that don't like kids. That's right, Stacy, don't. Now, she loves her teacher. But later on, she finds out that she has powers. Now, I don't want to give it away.
Don't give it away.
But this little girl does some fantastic powers on the principal. And it's a very good movie. It's on Netflix.
I'm sorry, what was the movie called?
It's called Medea. Medea. It's a really good little movie.
And how long ago did you see this?
Just the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's very interesting. But yeah, the principal's very bad. I mean, very mean. Because the principal don't like kids at all. She don't.
That's pretty interesting. So was that?
Yeah,
Was that?
It is.
Was that? Are you okay? What was it?
Yes.
What was it?
Medea. Mara Wilson and Danny Navodi. I think that's how you pronounce his name.
What did you call me?
But Danny.
I'm sorry, what was it?
But anyway, it's on Netflix.
I'm sorry. What was the movie? What was the movie called again? What was the movie?
Medea. Now, I do have to tell children that if you watch this, it's the thing you laughing about. If you do watch this, don't get scared.
Okay, don't get scared.
The principals are not going to be that mean.
Yeah.
The baby cracks it up. I think that's the baby laugh at.
And the movie was called one more time.
Medea. Am I pronouncing it right? What's going on? If I'm not pronouncing it right,
Medea. It's getting worse.
Well, I can't find a Medea movie. I don't even see one called Medea.
Yeah, Medea. It's called Medea. Medea. Are you thinking?
Medea.
And so how do you get Medea out of that? I'm sorry. Wait. How do you get Medea out of that? How do you spell again?
Medea. Medilda. Medea. But it's Medilda. Medea. It's a little girl.
Oh.
And she loves reading books.
Okay, Princess.
I just saw it the other day.
Okay, let's. It's called Matilda.
Oh, I thought it's Medea.
Oh yeah, good old Medea. You got a. Yeah, I know the truth. Yeah.
Well, I thought it was Medea, but anyway, this little girl.
Good old Medea. I love those Medeas. I'm telling you guys, this is what Medea. You gotta watch that Medea. It's good. That Medea is a good old thing.
Miss Wilma, you need to be careful because he's going to start saying that the 60% DNA with the banana is coming out in you.
It's pretty much.
So just beware.
I mean, and the other 60% of Iraq. I mean, it's
Oh,
Medea. Wilmanese
Well,
Medea.
it's what I thought. That's what it was. I thought it was Medea, but it's what you call it now?
Matilda, not Medea.
Oh,
Medea,
okay.
Matilda. All right, ladies, I appreciate you guys being on. Thank you so much. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night for Bible study.
Okay, I hope everyone has a great night, and I love all of you, and God bless.
All right. Miss Judy Ann, thanks for being here.
And thank you for having me on. And remember, everybody, you matter. You matter. And we'll talk later.
Sounds good, ladies. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, night, everyone.
Okay, well, there we go. Medea. It's Medea. Medea. You got to watch that Medea. That's good stuff, Medea. We watch it down here in Kentucky. Medea. Oh, boy, Medea. I tell you what, that is, I tell you, when I tell people she speaks Wilmanese, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. That is Wilmanese through and through. Yeah. So there we go, folks. We appreciate them jumping on. No. I don't want to do that. Go away. The Medea messed me all up.
Mr. Clean.
All right. Yeah. Mr. Clean now is talking. Okay. By the way, for those of you who, I'm not leaving yet, but we'll be hopping off here not too long from now. We'll stay on for just a little longer. It is Saturday night, and I'm sure our moderators would like to enjoy their Saturday. Let's skip this, and there we go. Do you remember that terrible? I'm going to open up chat for everybody. Just be kind, people. Just please be kind on TikTok. Just be kind. Just be kind. And why we have to keep saying that on TikTok is a bit problematic. But if not, I'll just put sub chat only on for the whole entire show. Saying it's plain and simple. Do you remember that terrible Titan submersible? Remember that? That was terrible. That Titan submersible. It was there was a wreckage photo, and the final message of Titan was revealed. And this is by TK Randall. So investigators with the U.S. Coast Guard have provided new details about the Titan sub disaster. Back on June 18, 2023, the undersea exploration vehicle, which was carrying 5 passengers, including Stockton Rush, CEO of Ocean Gate Expeditions, which was running the operation, disappeared after embarking on a trip to the wreck of the Titanic, situated 12,500 feet beneath the sea. What followed was a multi-day search by rescue teams alongside with extensive global coverage as people around the world waited with bated breath to see if the crew of the submersible could be located. Unfortunately, though, the discovery of debris field a few days later confirmed the worst. The submersible had violently imploded, and all 5 passengers lost their lives. Ultimately, though, the discovery of a debris field a few days later confirmed the worst. The submersible had violently imploded, and at a recent hearing in the disaster, investigators revealed for the first time actual photographs of the wreckage as well as the crew's final communications. At around 1 hour into the dive, the sub sent the message, "All good here." And the last communication sent from a depth of 3,346 meters indicated that 2 weights had been dropped. The reason is they would drop the weights is so they could obviously rise to the top, because obviously there was a problem. See, the weights obviously push you down. So they released them in hopes that perhaps maybe they would increase and get to the top because there was an emergency situation. So according to investigators, the hull of the submersible had never been subjected to a third-party testing, and the vehicle had been left exposed to the elements while in storage. There was also a history of technical issues. 118 of them, listen to that, 118 technical issues. And over the course of 13 dives between 2021 and 2022, ranging from battery and thruster failures to the dome failing off after a dive. Company CEO Stockton Rush, who passed away in the disaster, was reportedly difficult to work with. And says Stockton would fight for what he wanted, and even if it changed from day to day, he wouldn't give an inch, said former engineer director Tony Neeson. But when you look at it, when you go there, we were told that there was nothing left. That this submersible. Remember, we were told that there was just nothing left. Everything was just into very, very small bits and pieces. Well, that's not necessarily true at all. As a matter of fact, you actually see if you look at the wreckage photo, there's a big portion of the Titan submersible. It's still there, so it's pretty large. So it's like I thought we were told there was nothing. I mean, it just completely imploded. Apparently it's not true. So we really don't know 100% what happened to these people. We know obviously they lost their lives, but boy, that would be terrible. That would be horrible. For those of you who we all like to go but we have to buy groceries from time to time. I don't know. You probably are not going to ever. Oh, well, listen to this. You need to check your baggage very carefully, and especially in salad, in bagged salad. Why? This is by Ben Hooper. A toad, that's a frog for those of you in Kentucky, was found in bagged salad bought from grocery store. I live in Kentucky, so I'm allowed to say that. So a reptile rescue group in England is caring for a toad found in a bag of salad that was returned to a supermarket. Berkshire Reptile Rescue said on social media that the toad was discovered in a bag of salad by a customer and returned to this restaurant or this place. And rescuer Graham Martin collected the reptile and is keeping it isolated for the time, as it is not yet clear whether it came from overseas. Says here he's in a nice little box. He's got some soil and some leaves to hide in. He's got a little water bowl. So chucked in some beetles for his dinner, and he's loving life, Martin told BBC. I have no idea where he came from, but he's happy where he is. That's kind of gross, isn't it? I'm sorry, but could you imagine? Okay, what's even worse is finding this toad. But could you imagine actually taking this bag of salad home and putting some salad in your bowl and you're eating your salad, and then you put the bag back? You're like, what is that moving? I'm sorry, that is nasty. You're right. He is lucky he survived, and I'm surprised he did. Some people just have luck. They just have it. Yeah, always check your bag fruits. That's true. Very, very true. Spiders, that's right, have been found. That's true. Listen to this. This is by Ben Hooper. Some people just have all the luck. A Nebraska man wins a lottery jackpot 2 months after his son. A Nebraska man won a $120,000 lottery prize just 2 months after his son won $100,000 from a scratch-off ticket. The Nebraska lottery said Grant Island resident Douglas Dahl bought a ticket with 5 plays for Sunday's Nebraska Pick 5 drawing from the Fat Dogs truck stop on Platte Road in Grand Island. And one of Dahl's plays matched the drawing numbers. And he earned $120,000. He said, it's about time, Dahl said. Dahl's son previously won $100,000 from a scratch-off ticket he purchased in July. And Dahl said he doesn't plan to stop playing Nebraska's Pick 5 anytime soon. He says, I already got my tickets for tonight. That's pretty crazy. And that really is, that's a salad. Anne Marie says, salad crooks at you. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? But that's crazy. I tell you what, now this is not this, and talking about crazy. Listen, now the poor Miss Wilma, she would, oh, that's so cute. I would go hug him. Well, Ben Hooper, he writes this as well. He says, a bear wanders into middle school cafeteria in Colorado. Authorities in Colorado said the back-to-school season is off to an unusual start after a bear found its way into a middle school cafeteria Monday morning. The Pickens County Sheriff's Office said on social media that deputies responded alongside with the Aspen Police Department in Colorado and Colorado Parks and Wildlife personnel when a black bear cub was found inside the cafeteria at the Aspen School District Middle School. Students and teachers, well, thank you. That's a little duck. Students and teachers were evacuated into other buildings on campus while responders worked to clear the studious bear out of the school. Quote, the cub was relocated and all students were back to their regular Monday morning activities by 9:30. The sheriff's office said that could have been some pretty serious stuff. I mean, yeah, that's well, it's a cub, but it's still a pretty good size. I mean, I'm not talking about this. I think probably maybe 2, maybe 3 years old. It looks probably, according to the picture and the window, I would say probably a 3-year-old. It wasn't a baby. It wasn't this tiny little. No. This was more getting into closer to being probably said, kicked out of the house, from its mama pretty soon. That's pretty scary. That's really scary. Yeah, that's I don't know. That would be by the way, there's another one that I wanted to share, another bear story by Ben Hooper. He writes this: a bear charges at a British Columbia man inside his garage. So a British Columbia man came face to face with the bear inside his garage, and the startling encounter was caught on camera. And so this resident, Alex Gold, posted a security camera footage to Instagram showing what happened when he was recently unloading groceries from his vehicle in the front of his garage. So the video actually shows Gold's extremely close encounter with a bear that wandered in through the open garage door. It says, quote, I came back to my car and I bumped into the bear, Gold told CTV News. She was kind of hissing, that's what he says. So the video actually shows the bear charging at Gold multiple times as he claps his hands, makes loud noises, and slowly backs away. And Gold was able to get to back into the SUV, honk the horn. Finally scared the mother bear and her nearby cub. Wow, that's WGN show that video. Now let me look this up real quick. That would be scary. That would be, seriously, that would be pretty frightening. Alex Gold, Gold, and bear encounter. I'm just going to type that in if you want to check that. So Alex Gold, there it is. So yeah, just type in Alex Gold, Gold, and bear encounter. So let me see if I can play this. That would be, oh, there he is. Yeah. That would be a frightening situation. No joke. So let me turn this on. Yeah. So it's always these commercials. I hate these commercials. I will talk about that in just 1 second. Hold on, there's this stupid commercial. Yeah. Come on. I'm not here to watch television. I'm just here to watch the video. I hate these commercials. Okay, so I'm watching this. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, this bear. Oh, this bear is charging after him several times. You guys have to look that up. Seriously, you have to look that up. It's Alex Gold, Gold. Wow, and bear encounter. Man. Yeah, that's yeah, we'll talk about the Anunnaki in just a second. But yeah, that's in there. That is so yeah, he was already in the bear. That was a mama bear. And we don't want to, we'll throw this story away because that's no good. And that's no good. Okay, so let's go here. So let's talk about the Anunnaki. Someone's asking about the Anunnaki real quick. Yeah, the Anunnaki is interesting. It's is it too loud? Is the music too loud? Just let me know if it's too loud. Yeah, if you guys can just let me know if it's okay. It's all good? Okay. Okay. So the Anunnaki, ancient Sumerian, Babylonian, really like many cultures of antiquity, um, they produce mythologies to explain the world around them. And so the Epic of Gilgamesh is one such mythology. So there are several versions of the epic poem that actually exist, but the 12 tablet Akkadian version, that's probably the best known. So again, if you want to look this up, you can. It's called the 12 tablet Akkadian and of the Epic of Gilgamesh. The story basically here is this: and a lot of people debate on this, but I think we have to understand it from its context and not take it literally. So the story basically centers on the true friendship or the friendship between the principal character, and that is Gilgamesh, and Enkidu. So Gilgamesh is the king of Uruk, and it's believed to be 2/3 God and 1/3 man. So he has oppressed all the people of Uruk. And so the gods create Enkidu to distract Gilgamesh. So their unlikely friendship results like in a journey of adventures and resulting in the death of Enkidu. Keep in mind, an important feature of this epic is a flood. It's a flood story in which a character and his wife, they survive a great flood and they obtain immortality. And the existence of this flood story, and it does have similarities to the Genesis account, indicate a common source. So rather than the Genesis flood account being copied from the Epic of Gilgamesh, both accounts they're entirely separate records and of something that actually occurred, namely a global flood. So the god, or the gods, I should say, who appear in the Epic of Gilgamesh are the Anunnaki. And that's probably a name that means like those of royal blood or princely offspring in the ancient Sumerian language. So in contrast to this pagan mythology, and it is mythology, is the biblical account of the Nephilim. And who were the Nephilim? Well, biblically speaking, the Nephilim were the descendants of the sons of God and the daughters of men. There's a lot of different interpretations of this passage, but there are some people that believe that it involves fallen angels, demons, taking on human form and mating with the daughters of men, human females, and producing angelic human half breeds. That's incorrect. Because Genesis chapter 6, verse 4 tells us that the Nephilim existed prior to the sons of God having relationship with women. So therefore, the Nephilim could not have been the offspring of women and demons. Jesus made it very clear that demons neither procreate or marry. So as far as the Anunnaki and the Nephilim, it means actually fierce warriors in the Septuagint. And it's definitely, it's interesting to note that both the biblical flood accounts and the Epic of Gilgamesh mention like supernatural godlike beings interacting with humanity in connection with this global flood. So that really is where it comes from. It's a myth, and and it's all from the Epic of Gilgamesh. Yeah, angels can't produce. Look, demons and humans and females did not procreate. They just simply did not. That the whole point of that was Enoch, and Enoch is Gnostic. There's a lot of problems with the Enoch because Enoch claims the place of sin directly on the shoulders of demons, and it takes the accountability away from us, which is incorrect. So while certainly demons play a part in us being tempted to sin through ordinary demonic activity, we ultimately choose to or not. So Hopefully that explains it. Well, thank you for that, Rock Angel. Thank you. The sons of God actually were the children of Seth, and Seth was the third child of Adam and Eve. So the sons of God were not demons at all. The whole point, of course, this is an old, ancient belief. Even St. Paul talks in 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 7, stop arguing over endless genealogies and the myths of the Nephilim. So this was even before Paul's time. They were well aware of this, and it was just incorrect. And thank you very much, Dogman. Because in those genealogies, he's talking about the Book of Enoch has this massive genealogical list. Oh, thank you there, Desiree. This huge genealogical list all the way to Satan. And so Paul even addresses this and says, "Stop arguing over it. It's ridiculous." And he certainly didn't take it seriously at all. So, okay. Hopefully that, yeah, I don't know if you can hear, you can just refresh. So there we go. Hopefully that answers the question. And by the way, tomorrow we're going to be here. And let me give you, so the Bible study. So what is this? RB Rays, I see that you're requesting. The problem is I can't bring you on. Because I have the show running on 2 different computers. So, so if you have a question, I'll be happy to address it here. Can we protect ourselves from possession? Certainly. Absolutely. You can, but you just have to, and the best way to protect yourself is don't put yourself in a situation where you're going to be, where possession could take place. Okay. Yeah, I know. There's always people trying to discredit Scripture all the time, and all the time, and it's just kind of, yeah, it's a shame that people do that, but they do. And okay, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Nope. Oh, well, thanks, guys. Thanks. Appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you guys being here. Thank you. Okay. Any other thoughts or questions or? I've been possessed. Can you please help? Well, how do you know that you're possessed? Because if you've been possessed, you wouldn't know that because you have no memory of possession. So I don't understand. You have to explain that, because if you don't, well, I appreciate that. I don't really have a career. It's more of but I understand what you're saying. It's more of a passion. Try to help. They've all failed. Again, when you say that you have been possessed, how do you know that you've been possessed? Now, who's told you? Who has told you that you were possessed? Okay. Yeah, guys, I don't do battles. I'm not interested in battles. I don't understand battles. Battles are people who just get together and look at the camera and tell people to give them more gifts. I don't understand that. I don't understand. I don't do battles. I don't do. Yeah, you have no memory. You have the memory of what led up to possession, but you have no memory of the actual stage of possession. You certainly remember the battles are popular. You're right. The battles are just popularity contests, and you just sit. Basically, you just sit in front of the camera and say, "Give me money. Give me more money. Give me more gifts. Well, work for it. You know, it's work for it. It just, if you're going to ask people to give you gifts, well, then do something instead of just looking at the camera and saying, give me more. I don't understand. I don't like that. I don't do that. That to me is nonsense. So I don't, it's basically all about people using an excuse to get free gifts for what? You know, I understand if they do a lecture or if they present something or if they're entertaining, but how is it entertaining just looking at the camera and say, give me more, or hey, if it works for them, great, but it doesn't. I don't do that. So again, you remember what led up to possession through the stage of infestation, oppression, obsession, but you do not remember the stage of possession. So yeah, I hope it, because that's the best way to describe it. Well, of course, because God's existence is not contingent upon the devil existing at all. Yeah, why would God, why would the non-existence of the devil have anything to do with God's existence? God is the creator. The devil is existing. Is it a creature that's being created? That's Satan's existence has nothing to do with whether or not God would exist or not. I assume you're saying the yin and yang kind of mentality, but no. Okay. Oh gosh, I love the Psalms. So to me, the Psalms is quite beautiful. Yeah, you're possessed. You're possessed by your wife, yeah. What describes obsession states? Okay, so when you have demonic oppression, demonic obsession, what that happens is this. Okay, listen. Okay, so our RB, this is Judy Ann. If we can unmute that person, because he was just asking for prayers. So let's just go ahead and unmute that person. I wish I could figure out. Oh, there he is. How do I unmute? I got to figure this out. Oh, there it is. I just did it. Woohoo! I learned how to do it. Okay. So here's the deal, RB. Here's what you need to do. For anybody who needs help in that realm, you have to go to, if you're asking for my assistance, this is non-negotiable. You have to go to bishopjameslong.com, click on the paranormal link. You must fill out that email and request assistance. Here's why. I have thousands of emails. And I'm not kidding when I say that. I have 18,127 emails. And these are people who send me emails after I tell people a million times, you got to go to my website and you got to go with that route, because I have Facebook, I have YouTube, I have Instagram, I have Twitter, I have Spreaker, and people are sending me requests to get help, and I can't keep up. I just can't. Oh, I got it. Thank you, Judy Ann. So this is the way it's got to go. If you want help for free, then you got to follow the instructions. Otherwise, I can't help. And I think that's only fair. Because here's why we're strict about that. Number one, it helps you, because then we have all one source. All help is going through one source. So then I don't lose people's requests for help. But also, if people are not willing to do that, just basic stuff to get help for free, then they're not going to do what is required after the help has been given. And so that's why I just nope. Someone was asking me about James. Who was asking me about James chapter 2, verse 18? Vampires are coming. Who was asking me about James chapter 2, verse 18? I didn't get it. I didn't. Someone was asking me about that, but I apologize. I didn't. I couldn't figure out who it was. So who was that? So someone was asking about James chapter 2, verse 18. I think it was in TikTok, but they probably left because, I do the best I can. Is that Is that one thing that's going around on TikTok now? Is that a big controversial thing now that people always do that? It was. Andy, do you know who was asking? Oh, I have Philippians. I love the book of Philippians. Absolutely love Philippians. Solomon. Yeah, there's a lot of problems with Solomon. I mean, he was he made some big mistakes, especially with the lesser key of Solomon. A lot of people talk about the scriptures on grief. Well, of course, Psalm 23. I mean, that's definitely one that I would strongly encourage. Also, Matthew chapter 5 verse 4. That's also very good. There's John chapter 14 verse 1 through 3. So I would encourage you. So again, it's Psalm and Matthew. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 3 and 4. And Romans chapter 8 verse 38 to 39. So there's a bunch of them, but I love Psalms. I love Psalm 23. I love Psalm 91. But someone was asking about James. So let's chat about that briefly and go from there. Who was asking? I'm trying to, because I always want to address a person because someone was asking. I hate not doing that. Woodworm. I don't know. Okay. Oh, Lackey. Okay. No, the asteroid. No. Are you talking Apophis or Apophis? There's an asteroid Apophis. It's not mentioned in the Bible. No. Apophis, by the way, it was, I believe, it's a near Earth asteroid. It was discovered in early 2000. I can't remember exactly when. And it's derived from the ancient Egyptians, the ancient Egyptian deity Apep, and that was it. That was the enemy of the sun god Re. So, but no, there's no mention of that at all, not to my knowledge. So, James chapter 2 verse 8. So, is there a particular question? Anytime there's a scripture question, I try to grab it because as wise as he had to be cruel, and his son was worse. Well, he was, he was human. Solomon was wise, but he was also human. He wasn't perfect. He wasn't sinless, and so he made a lot of mistakes. Oh, that's all he asked. Okay, so James chapter 2 verse 8. I'm sorry, verse 18. It says here, but someone will say, you have faith and I have works. And he's talking about faith without works. Remember, he said faith without works is dead. So for those of you who want to know a little bit about James, the epistle of James is obviously attributed to James, the brother of Jesus. Now, the brother of Jesus, people say, is that a brother or cousin? We simply don't know. It's often referred to James at the Just. And it is considered one of the Catholic epistles, which means it was intended for like a general audience, or really all the churches, rather than just like a specific community or individual. So the approximate dating of the letter is about 45 to 65 to 62, something like that, AD. And it was actually one of the earliest New Testament writings that we have. So people who say that the writings weren't done until 100 to 200 years later, they have no theology training whatsoever, none whatsoever. So we actually see this epistle probably dated around 45 to 62. Who knew Jesus? So the early Christian community, it was very diverse, and there was some. It also included the Jewish and Gentile believers. So So the diversity sometimes there was a lot of debates. And because Jewish tradition emphasized living out one's faith through works, like following the Mosaic law. But the Christian thought, as it was emerging, particularly influenced by Paul's teaching, stressed salvation in faith through faith in Christ. So when you're looking at James chapter 2, verse 18, it really does. It deals with this dichotomy and sometimes tension between faith and works. So this, I think the epistle offers a counterbalance to the idea that faith alone, or sola fide, is in Latin, is sufficient for salvation, and the underscoring of the importance of works as evidence of genuine faith. In other words, you can't earn your way to heaven. It's not a paycheck, but because you have faith in Christ, you are naturally drawn to do good works. Because anybody can say, I'm a Christian. Anybody can say that. That's easy. And that's why James said, faith without works is dead. So, and I think it is, because James is emphasizing that true faith, it naturally results in good works. And because in James chapter 2, verse 26, he says, if you have faith without works is dead, because anybody can say, I'm a Christian, I'm a Christian, I'm a Christian. But if your actions are not backing that statement up, then your faith is dead. And that's what James would say. And James also illustrates that faith is demonstrated and even verified through works. So in other words, works are not just supplementary, but James would say it's an integral part of expressing and even validating one's faith. Not because you're trying to work your way into heaven, but because it's just come natural. And that's ultimately what he's saying. I mean, and there's the issue with Paul. And so, like when you see the Pauline doctrine, the doctrine there, so the epistle of James is sometimes seen in tension with the teachings of Paul. And I think that's what you were really talking about, is where's the difference between James and Paul, and why was there a tension? Because there was. Especially when the teachings of Paul, when he writes about justification by faith. And he says this in Romans chapter 3, verse 28. So Paul's focus, you got to remember, Paul often addressed Jews and Gentiles who believed that adherence to the Mosaic law and rituals could earn God's behavior or God's favor. So he emphasized that salvation is a gift from God received through Christ, not by works, to prevent boasting. And he mentions that in Ephesians. But James had concerns because he warned against a dormant or dead faith. So James's audience might have misunderstood Paul's teaching to mean that works are irrelevant. That's not what Paul was saying. So James clarifies that while faith is foundational, it must be a living faith. That it has to be active. So Paul would certainly not. Remember, he was a Pharisee. So Paul most certainly believed that works is important, and that if you were Christian, your works should absolutely mirror the statement that I am a Christian, so your works should display that. But he is not saying that you can earn, neither men are saying you can earn your way to heaven. It's not what he's saying at all. But I think they come from different backgrounds too. And so I think there was a misunderstanding. I know it's a lot. Oh, Israel. Yeah, Israel's situation is getting precarious. I've talked about this briefly the other day. I do not support. We can wear blue. We can wear any color we want. I just wear blue for Saturday because it's my dress down day. But normally I wear all black. But when you're at Mass, you have green, you have called liturgical colors. So ordinary time is green, and then you have stupid commercial, and then you have other liturgical seasons. So you wear different colors. I don't know what I was saying. So I was saying something. But anyway, well, thank you. Oh yeah, Israel. So Israel is here's the problem. I'm really fed up with Iran. Iran just won't behave. They just will not behave. And just like I said yesterday, you have to think about this, guys. Just think about this for a moment. So Israel lives in an area where Iran is funneling money to terrorist organizations. And these terrorist organizations, which Hamas is a terrorist organization, and they're constantly threatening the existence of Israel and Israelis. And they're launching, see, we don't hear about this, but because it's so commonplace, I have friends that are in Israel. It is so commonplace where Hamas was constantly launching rockets all the time in Israel, all the time. But we don't hear that. But it was a constant issue. And it got to a point where Hamas went way too far. They went way too far when they launched rockets. With all due respect, if Mexico or Canada started launching rockets within the United States would respond, and the United States would put a stop to that. Israel had been dealing with this for years. And so they've had enough, especially with that terrorist attack in October, I believe last year. That was it. But Iran keeps funneling all these Hezbollah and Hamas and all these terrorist organizations. They keep funneling all these terrorist organizations constant money and weaponry. And, they have a right to defend themselves. Hamas has got to go. Hamas has got to go. And my heart breaks for the Palestinians. I hate it because I wish there was peace. I think all of us wish there was peace. There can never be peace. Never. As long as Hamas is in control of the Strip. Listen, like I just said, I don't like war. I don't like war at all. I think it's terrible. But Hamas has got to go. I wish the Palestinians would have a government that actually works for the people, because Hamas did not. Hamas did not invest nothing. They certainly didn't invest hospitals. They didn't invest up-to-date schools. They would not allow the women. The women had the Sharia law was in place by most locations. Hamas is just a bad people. They're just bad actors. They're just bad people. And I wish that the Palestinians, when this is all over, would place a government in that wouldn't constantly be threatening their neighbors, that actually would do the work for the Palestinians. And then we can have peace. But until then, as long as Hamas is in the picture, it'll never happen. It'll never happen. It just won't. And they're just a terror. This is not about being a Democrat. This is not being Republican. This is not being liberal. This is not being conservative. These are the facts. And Hamas are just bad people. They treat their people terribly, and they got to go. They got to go. But the whole thing is terrible. The whole situation is god awful. And now that Iran is certainly getting more involved, but they've been involved since day one. Iran is a terrorist state. Ayatollah Khamenei, he's a terrible human being. He's constantly threatening Israel. See, that's the problem also. So Iran can constantly threaten to wipe Israel off the face of the map, which they do, and even threaten with nuclear weapons once they get them. Yeah, but you know what? If Israel would do this, then the whole world would be screaming at Israel and condemning them. But Iran has been doing this for decades. They've been doing it for decades. And for some reason, they get a free pass. I don't understand that. But it's so idiotic. They're always threatening Israel all the time. All the time. So they're just bad. It's just a bad leadership. Well, I think God probably is sick and tired of the wars. And a demonology class, Jonathan, is you learn at your own pace. So you just learn at your own pace. You just go to the links and just start learning. So you learn at your own pace. It's all 100% online. So it's all good. What is a ghost? A lot of people want to say ghosts are all ghosts are demons, and Daniel, I just don't agree with that at all. Not I just as a person, I've investigated thousands of locations. I mean, through the years, I have so many investigations. I have not found that to be true at all. Remember, ghost. It even talks about ghosts in the Bible. So remember when Jesus was walking on water in Matthew and Luke, when Jesus was walking on water, the ghosts were terrified. The disciples were terrified because they thought they were seeing a ghost. When Jesus was resurrected and they came into the room and they were terrified, they said, it's a ghost. And Jesus said, ghosts don't have flesh and bones as you see that I have, implying obviously ghosts are spirits. So it's really interesting. Yeah, well, I think we certainly have an Iron Dome, but well, Jonathan, the thing is with human spirits, I don't think heaven is forced upon anybody. I think heaven is presented. Because heaven being forced upon us doesn't make a lot of sense, because we know that free will must exist in heaven because demons or angels freely chose to reject God. So therefore, free will must exist. So if free will exists in heaven, then how can heaven then be forced upon us? That kind of, it's like all of a sudden now heaven is forced upon you, and now you go to heaven, now you have free will. It doesn't make sense. It's illogical. Yeah, so we just keep praying for the situation, and I agree. I listen. I don't like war. I've never been a fan of war, and but I also am a fan of having the right to defend your country and defend your people. Because look, here's the deal. This is the world we live in. There are some really bad people in this world. Kim Jong-un is one of them. Kim Jong-un is a terrible, terrible human being. I mean, he should be charged with violations of humanity. I mean, the things this man has done to his own people. It is barbaric. Barbaric. And this is not coming from just me. This is our people who have left North Korea, fled North Korea, and have told war crimes. They have told their stories. This man is a monster. He's a monster. And he has nuclear weapons. So the reality is this. We live in a world where there are some really bad people who are in leadership. And every country has a right to defend themselves, and they have a right to defend their citizens. So, well, NATO's for the whole point of NATO, obviously, came from World War II. And because of what one individual leader did in Germany, which we can't say because we're not allowed to, but yeah, it is. They can. Alex, that matter of fact, this happened to me during an exorcism. A demonic mimicking the voice of a deceased loved one. I believe that there are human spirits here. Yeah, I absolutely believe that. I've had a lot of experience where there was a haunting or a presence, and it wasn't aggressive, it wasn't nasty, it wasn't anything like that. And you could smell the person's favorite perfume or cologne or their favorite cigar. That's happened a lot of times. Now, could that be demonic? Sure. Yeah. But I don't think everything is demonic. There are some people think everything is demonic. I don't agree. Because I've had a lot of cases that it was not demonic. 100% it was not demonic. Yeah, right. 100% when there's a demonic that's present, you don't need anybody to tell you that there's a demon that's present. Without question. It's pretty overwhelming. Yeah, we have 153,000 likes there on TikTok. 153,000. That's amazing. That is amazing. I tell you, I'm going to stay on TikTok for just a couple more minutes later, but I'm going to wrap things up on Spreaker, only because it is now getting to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget, everybody, we're going to be here tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to be here at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Bible study. Well, thank you there, Louise. Right. Yeah, good old Saddam Hussein. Well, that's an interesting character. But remember, my friends, so hang tight, TikTok. I'll be with you guys in just a second. Child ghost. That is a problem for me. Child ghosts are a problem for me. And I tell you why, because every case that I have worked where there was a child ghost present, every single case, it was demonic. Every one. But that's just what I've worked. So TikTok, stay with me for just a few seconds. Remember, friends, I tell you all the time, your value does not decrease based on someone's inability or refusal to see your worth. You're priceless, and don't let anybody tell you or convince you otherwise. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and Rumble. Good night, and we'll see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our Bible study.